Have you ever gotten a check engine light on your vehicle and are wondering what does that check engine light means? Is this something that is going to cost me a lot of money or is going to be something relatively easy to fix? You also may be wondering, how does a mechanic know what that check engine light is? Well, there is a tool that we use in the mechanic world or in the car technician's world, and that is a scanner, a standard OBD2 scanner. And this little pocket computer allows us to pull the information what triggered the check engine light off the vehicle, and this is going to tell us what is wrong with the car that is causing the check engine light to turn on. Now this tool right here is fairly affordable, so pretty much anybody can buy one of these tools now today and can pull codes from your vehicle. And on this video I'm going to show you 4 ways in which this simple tool can save you a lot of money by allowing you to pull the same information that your mechanic or your dealer is pulling from your vehicle, but now you can do it yourself and you can check if what the mechanic or what the dealer is telling you is the truth. Hi guys, welcome back. I am Alex and I review cool car gadgets and other accessories for your vehicles, as well as show you repair and maintenance videos. So if you like car gadgets and you want to learn about cars, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to see more videos like this. The first thing that I'm going to show you is how to pull codes from your vehicle using this scanner. The second thing I'm going to show you is how to erase the codes on your vehicle, which turns off the check engine light. So if you are tired of seeing that check engine light, I'm going to show you how to turn that off. And the third thing I'm going to show you is how to check with this scanner if your car is ready for smog inspection, potentially saving you money, because if this tells you that the car is no good, there is no point taking it to the inspection and failing a smog check. And the fourth thing I'm going to show you is how to use this tool in a vehicle that you may be thinking about buying. This tool can be used to erase the codes, and I'm going to show you how to tell if somebody has erased the codes on a vehicle that you are thinking of buying and they might be trying to pull a fast one on you. And the first step is to connect the tool to the OBD2 port of my vehicle. And if you have any trouble finding the place where this tool gets plugged in into your vehicle, I have made a separate video where I show you how to find the OBD2 port on any vehicle. I'll put a link to that video in the description below, as well as a link to this tool in case you want to acquire one for yourself. And here's how you can use an OBD2 scan tool to read the codes in the vehicle or to confirm if what the mechanic is telling you lines up with what your diagnostic tool says. You'll notice that the tool is connected to the vehicle, and I have turned the key to the accessory position. This is one position before the running position, so the engine's not running, and I'm going to use the very first option, OBD2 option, and I'm going to use that with the green check mark. Now at this point the scanner is going to connect to the vehicle and it's going to ask the vehicle, are you okay? Is there any codes in your system? Now if you have a code in your system, there's a possibility that you're going to have a check engine light on, but there are codes that do not turn on a check engine light. You may also get this question: do you want to delete the prior data? Don't worry about that. I always hit yes. I don't care about saving the prior data. Now this is going to take you to the screen where we can read the codes. And if I hit read the codes, there's going to be 2 options to select from, and I'm going to pick the first one, store codes. Now these are codes that are likely triggered the check engine light. This car, for example, has a code PO135. So if my mechanic told me, hey Alex, I need to change your O2 sensor, then you can see with the tool, oh yeah, sure enough, the tool says something along the lines of an O2 sensor, therefore kind of lines up with what my mechanic is telling me. Now I do want to point out that these codes do not always mean that you have to swap out a part. There is a lot more things that can go wrong in a car that can trigger a code, but with the ability for you to know what the car code means, you can sort of get an idea if what the mechanic is telling you makes sense or not. And if you find no codes in the first one, this is when I go to the second one, which is the pending codes. And if I hit the check mark again, that green arrow, sure enough, we have a code in there, and that's a code PO135, which again is for an O2 sensor. Also notice that I can always go back with the back arrow, and I press that and it takes me 1 level up. Press that one more time, takes me 1 more level up. Now let's imagine that you want to turn off the check engine light on your vehicle. That is bothering you. I don't recommend you do this if you have not fixed the car, but if you wanted to do that, you can hit erase the codes. And the tool is going to ask you, Are you sure you want to delete that? And if you want to get rid of your check engine light, you can do that by deleting the codes. Remember though, if the car has not been fixed, the codes are going to come back and the check engine light is going to kick on one more time. And here's how you can use this tool to confirm if your car is ready for smog or not. I'm going to press the center button, which says I am. And that automatically is going to check if my car is ready for smog inspection or not. And let's look at the screen closer. And starting at the top, we have the malfunction light. And yep, there is a little light bulb telling us that that light is on. What is that light? Well, that is the check engine light. And we know that if we have a check engine light on, it is likely that we're going to fail smog. DTC means that we have any codes in the vehicle. Yep, we have 2 engine related codes, and that will cause us to fail smog. So I would not want to see a light bulb on, and I would not want to see any codes before I go to smog. Now, how about the rest of the stuff? The rest of the stuff is fairly easy because we are looking for green check marks. And as you can see, the very first 3 items are good to go. I have green check marks all the way. But then this item right here, cat, that has a red X. That means that this item is not ready for smog. Normally, this is gonna go away after I drive the car long enough, and eventually it's gonna turn into a green check mark, and that means I am ready for smog. So we're looking for primarily green check marks. Now, you may also see a circle right here, and you can see that circle is crossed out. This means that this is not applicable. So this component is not on this car. Your car may have this or may not have it. So you can see that example again right here, EGR. This car does not have it, so this is never going to change to a green arrow. It is always going to stay there. That is not going to cause me to fail smog because it's not applicable. This one right here is green, so I am good to go. That one has an X, so I am not ready for smog on that one. And as I said earlier, the X just means that you might have to drive the car a little bit longer until that X turns into green. However, if your car has an issue, like we know this car has a problem because the check engine light on, it is possible that the X will never turn into a green until that particular problem has been fixed on the vehicle. And here's the last way that this tool can save you money. Let's imagine that you are looking at a used car and you want to connect this tool and to see if there's any codes on the vehicle. You may have already checked the check engine light and there is no check engine light. Well, it is possible that the person that's selling you the vehicle already has erased the codes. Therefore, there is no check engine light, and if you connect your tool, you will not be able to read any codes. So how would you know if somebody did that? Well, I'm going to use the center button one more time, the I am button. And what's going to happen is that if somebody deleted the codes on the vehicle or unplugged the battery to get rid of those codes and the check engine light, you are probably going to see something that looks like this. Check engine light is off. Any codes? Nope. 0 codes. Now, this is the same car, the car that I just showed you that has a problem. And there is no check engine light and no codes because I have erased them for you. But we can tell that something is up because we do not have green check marks. Remember, green check marks means that the car ran through its testing and is telling us that it's ready for smog. And the fact that we have excess tells us that something has been erased or the battery has been unplugged, very suspiciously that we do not have green check marks. But remember, there are some circles that are crossed out. Those will never change into a green check mark. So if you have green check marks but a couple of circles, that is probably going to be okay because those items are not applicable to the car. However, any X's like that, those are indications that something is funny going on with that vehicle and somebody's probably trying to conceal something from you. So as you saw, this tool is fairly easy to use and very quickly we can pull the codes of a vehicle and confirm if what the mechanic is telling us lines up with what the car is saying that is wrong with it. But I do want to point out that not all failures on a car are going to trigger a check engine light. So your mechanic may potentially tell you something like you need this fixed, and if that issue normally does not trigger a check engine light, it could be true that the car does need to get that item fixed. The newer the car, the more sensors it's going to have, and the more sensors, that means that this tool is going to be able to pick up more things. The older the car, the less sensors there are. So on an older car, you are less likely to see a check engine light and you can potentially have several things wrong with it. But I also want to point out 2 more things regarding pulling codes from a vehicle. The first one is that when we pull a code, that code may not be directly related related to the item that the code is calling now. What does that mean? Well, let's imagine that we get a code for the O2 sensor. We talked about this earlier. If the O2 sensor has failed, is that going to trigger a check engine light? Yep, that's going to trigger a check engine light, and we're going to pull a code that says O2 sensor has failed. However, if the wiring, for example, to the sensor has been cut, maybe the rats ate it or it got damaged, the system thinks that the sensor is bad. So that's one example that the part may still be good, the sensor may be good. Maybe the wiring on the way to the sensor is what's bad. But the second thing you need to know about pulling codes from your vehicle is that they don't always directly tell you what is wrong with the car. Codes, when we pull codes from a vehicle, is almost like pulling symptoms out of a patient. When somebody gets sick and all of a sudden they're sweating and they're shaking, all those are just symptoms of something that is going on. All of a sudden we find out, oh, you ate something that was bad. So that was the cause why you got sick. All the symptoms were just things that we could visually see and use as clues to find out what is wrong with the person. So in the same way, codes, when we pull codes from the vehicle, is almost equivalent of pulling symptoms to understand what is wrong with the car. Sometimes we have a single code and that might tell us somewhere to start looking, and an advanced mechanic or an experienced technician can use that single code to kind of find his way and find out what exactly is wrong with the car. Sometimes we'll get multiple codes, and when we have multiple codes, it's actually a little bit easier because then we have more clues, more symptoms that a car mechanic or a car technician can use to say, all of these codes are pointing towards this potential issue. So remember that codes are not always going to directly tell you this is what's wrong with it. Codes are telling us there's something wrong with the car. Here are the symptoms. Ultimately, a mechanic or a car technician will have to actually physically check the car and confirm what actually has failed. And I have more videos coming up on how to use this type of scan tools and also reviews for the scan tools. So if you're considering buying one and you're thinking of investing in one, check those videos out. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss my next upload. If you guys have any other questions regarding how to use your OBD tool or the SC204 OBD2 scanner, please put that in the comments down below. And if you found any part of this video helpful, hit the thumbs up button to support the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.